Hello, hello, howdy, howdy. Hey Ezra, how you doing? Hey Skirk, thank you for the 30 bits. Burp. Hey Dark Rain. Hello, hello, how are we today? I had no idea what to do today because I was like, Borderlands, and there's a new Amon video which we haven't watched on stream together. It came out 2 days ago, but I've been working and very, very, very busy these last few days, so I have not watched it yet. So I'll be watching that. But also, on the other hand, the Battlefield 6 demo is quite fun. It's very fun, actually. It's like, I want to play some Battlefield. So maybe tomorrow with Battlefield 6. That is a very fun game. Nearly won an attack round on Breakthrough. Just hype as fuck. If you haven't played the Battlefield 6 demo yet, you'll know that that just doesn't happen. Because it's imbalanced as fuck. Some splash damage modes gameplay on this fine Saturday afternoon. Honestly, what else do you need? Yes, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, it's a Saturday, not a care in the world, and it's just some explosions happening. Literally, what else does one need? Right, did I boot the Discord? I did boot the Discord. Wow, I can't believe I remembered. Right, so we don't have a Amon character background short yet. But we do have a 6-minute video. Amon abilities breakdown. Amon is the Forged Knight of Borderlands 4, a resilient and highly customizable frontliner who can use his weaponized drones to adapt to any situation. His Forge arsenal lets him attack or defend as needed, ready to pulverize enemies with a Forge hammer, slice them in twain with Forge axes, or soak up damage with a Forge shield, and much, much more. I logged after getting spawn killing. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, they're insanely imbalanced. I've only played Breakthrough so far, and the tanks, the vehicles did not feel oppressive at all. So I didn't have an issue. I mean, I'm not very good at the game, but it's been like 10 years since I last played a Battlefield game. So I'm not very good at it, but I've been enjoying it. I mean, I play today, being stubborn and not looking at the controls, not knowing how to go prone. Like, I see other people go prone, and sometimes I go prone when I get revived, but like, I don't know how to go prone. Be very useful. Most splash damage with Locky 7. Locky 7 is indeed quite strong, especially on those. Alright. Let's shut you up. Maximize you. Huzzah. There's about a million controls to learn, remember? Yeah. It took me ages to figure out how to get toggle crouch. Turns out there's just 2 crouch buttons. Like, oh. So I kept like holding control, like, this hurts and I don't like it. No, there's just another crouch button. Like, oh, okay. Anyway, let's go.
Amon is a ex-cultist turned warrior poet who really does not like vault monsters. He is our largest character that we have ever made, even taller than Brick. He's a Viking. He is destruction incarnate. Amon is all about hitting hard and hitting fast. He comes on strong and he pretty much finishes the fight. If you're the kind of guy who wants to get up into people's faces, take down enemies that are larger than you, and look good doing it, he's your guy. Amon's Cybernetics tree is all about summoning his weapons. He already summons them in his hands to, slap people in the face, but he can actually also summon autonomous drones. So you can have a floating sword, a floating axe, and a floating hammer, kind of tag teaming up against all the adversity that you come across. Fun thing about Amon is that he actually gets what's called the Forge skill, and the Crucible's Forge skill, which is a secondary action skill, will actually see him take both axes, snap them together, and throw them at his enemies. It'll go out, it'll return, and it'll hit and damage people in both directions. And if it hits any of those axes, it'll also cause massive explosions.
For Amon's Cybernetics tree, this really focuses in on his axes, both fire and ice. You have augments that allow you to change out the types. So not only can you throw the axes, which is what you start with, you can also change it to throw hammers, and you can even throw some swords. So for example, if you decide to stick with the axes, you have one where if you throw the ice one, you can actually pierce through enemies.
Amon's Crucible sees him take out two elemental axes. One is fire and one is frost that you can chuck into your enemies to deal massive elemental damage. And if you end up killing them, they'll actually explode.
What makes Amon's Crucible a really cool skill to use is it kind of sells this sensation of being this big hulking Viking when you're going around with your two forge axes, and you got one with fire, you got one in ice, and being able to just throw them around, pick them up, and chain it between enemies is something that feels really cool to do.
Amon's Vengeance tree is all about taking lots of damage and dealing back out. Special mechanic for that tree is something called Elemental Affinities, where he will actually get rewarded for killing enemies with specific elemental types and doing different elemental attacks. So he can create a gigantic ground fissure to ignite his enemies. He can summon lightning bolts from the sky to zap them. It's a really good time.
For Amon's Vengeance tree, this focuses in on his shield. More particularly, there's skills that will allow him to use the Forge Wave ability that comes from his shield to explode on enemies. You have something that allows him to taunt, which really helps if you're actually playing with friends, and we do encourage that. You can also throw the shield. For those of you who are familiar with the pre-sequel, that might feel a little familiar to you. There's also the option to use a spear instead of his whip, which when you throw it, it bursts into shock damage.
Amon's Scourge action skill sees him take out a gigantic shield to absorb lots of damage, which will then actually transform into a elemental whip where he can take that energy and toss it back at his enemies. The Forge skill that is associated with Scourge is actually called Firewall, which, as the name might imply, makes a giant wall of fire that will deal damage to enemies who pass through it, block projectiles that are coming in, and buff your projectiles going out.
What makes this one particularly badass is the sensation of becoming a tank. You get to whip out a shield and also a literal whip. So you get to sit there and just soak up damage either for yourself to give yourself some breathing room, or when you're playing with friends, get in the mix and drag the attention to yourself.
Amon's Calamity tree is all about bringing the fight to enemies. Empower your fist in so many different ways that I think players are really going to enjoy. The main mechanic is to actually cause weakness to your enemies, which makes them deal significantly less damage and take a little bit more damage. And there's specific ways in that tree to make those that you have inflicted weakness upon explode, and it's pretty nice.
For Amon's Calamity tree, one of the options for this allows you to really up your durability. This particular augment will allow you to buff yourself back up in order to stay in the fight a lot longer. You have the option for the Rocket Punch to change its elements to suit your particular needs. You even have the option to allow the punch to have its own follow-ups in order to actually execute enemies that are below a certain health threshold, which I'm personally always a fan of those kind of things. And also has the option to prime enemies, which is a thing that's unique to Amon, which allows him to detonate enemies under specific conditions.
Amon's skill Onslaughter gives him an empowered fist to punch his enemies and dash across the battlefield. You can use it over and over, and you can use it while you're mixing it up with your guns to get into close range with like a shotgun, so you can do a 1-2 punch. The associated forge skill with Onslaughter is called Molten Slam, where you see Amon take out a gigantic hammer and just slam it to the ground, causing pretty much elemental devastation all around it.
This one is particularly badass because you get this nice, big, meaty, like fire hammer. Whenever you just get that wind up and that big explosion that happens afterwards once you slam it down is a really satisfying feeling. But also you do get a cool rocket punch as well. Like you do get a couple little things in there, so that's always fun too.
I call an iron answers.
Yeah, seems good. 80-second cooldown on that hammer. Hey, kitty, good to see you. Hiya. Now, I did notice we got a item card for that. Press and hold to slam. 270 damage. It's a level 12. I don't really know how we can, like, compare that to the other ones that we have. 270 makes it very middling damage-wise, so that might be a different level.
Unique to Amon, which allows him to...
Yeah, so we had this. This is same level. Whenever Amon kills a weakened enemy, they detonate, dealing incendiary melee damage to nearby enemies. And that's 62 damage. That's considerably less, but that'll be per point. Only a 5-second cooldown on that. It's not too bad.
Detonate enemies under... Even have the option to...
Ways in that tree.
Well, Onslaughter is active. Gun damage dealt to enemies will prime them for a duration and detonate when they die or are damaged by a forge skill, dealing incendiary damage to nearby enemies. Detonations can also be caused by melee attack damage, but deal less damage. Detonation damage, 100% of gun damage dealt. So, prime and then, like, send a rocket or a sniper into them. Sniper Amon, let's go! So this is the text description of Firewall. Absorbs any projectiles and grants friendly projectiles that pass through increased damage and projectile speed. 25% damage.
Makes a giant wall of fire that will deal damage to enemies who pass through it, block projectiles. The forge skill that is associated with Skirt,
which...
%35% bonus element. That's pretty good.
guns to get into close range with like a shotgun, so you can do a 1-2 punch. The associated forge skill with Onslaughter is called...
Yeah, I don't think there's too much to go into there. That's just Aben being cool. Cool. Alright, so plan for today. We're going to use a lot of Kib's Worth because I see too many. We're like, oh hey, yeah, Kib's Worth fell behind, oh, they need a buff up. Malawan takedown drops because they are outclassed, but I'm not convinced that is the case, because this gun just does a lot of damage. And right now I am stalling because I cannot find this save file on my save editor. There we go, I've got it. Oh, I don't have any Kib's worth on this character. Oh no, let's fix that. What elements? Right, a cryo-rad one makes sense. We can go with a fire and a corrosive one. I don't know which way around that's supposed to be. Technically it doesn't matter so long as you don't have a radiation primary. As the crit damage boost for a sniper build. Perhaps damage dealt doesn't get formula again. That'd be so bizarre though. Because that would mean you're doing a hit that does fixed damage that isn't getting damage formula. Could be, hopefully. We'll see how it plays out in practice. If they're able to do that, that would be impressive, because that's just not really how the game works.
A mech soldier.
Do I have Dagobah on this character? I don't. I could. Yeah, debuffs you're not really avoiding.
Are you worthy? Can't stop the body drop. Freaking multi-kill, yeah!
Oops.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Come get some.
Bear Trooper, Minesweeper, shotgun damage, heavy damage. 3 in Skagden, 1 in Redis. That's pretty good. I think how this works. So like Super Soldier, it says you gain fire rate while your shield is full, but it only seems to take into effect when you have the bubble, which is not how that's worded. See, now that's much higher. I'm misunderstanding how the shield works. Yo, Six, how you doing? Hello, hello. Happy birthday? It's not my birthday. His birthday again. Dude, he's 348 years old. It's his birthday, grab he wants to. Oh, good. At least I have permission. We've jerry-rigged a crowd control type system for Borderlands 3. How does work? This guy has a lot of birthdays? Nah, fake news. It's actually been a year since Six last raided me. Time flies, I know. Also, I swear this fire rate bonus is just, like, not working. SD key mod and keybinds. Is mix it up connecting to Tiltify. What's mix it up? Now you say during various amounts, those amounts are tied to a Bonk Utilities mod button. Right, I see what you mean. So it triggers like an alert type deal, which triggers a button press, essentially, which is tied to a keybind, which then does a thing in game, thanks to modding. Got it. That's cool. Hey Horus, how you doing? How am I? I'm doing alright, thank you. How are you? No gravity, etc. Hell yeah. We have crowd control at home. Hopefully Borderlands 4's got some fun stuff that we can do. Gotta go get chores done. Aye, Six, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, hello, welcome everybody. Happy birthday. Hope we're all doing good today. That doesn't have max size on it. Do I have one with max size? Yeah, there we go. Ah, much better. I was reloading a lot in that run. Reloading as Mars? How dare we? We're not allowed to do that. Is Sticking Stones Borderlands 4? Are you gonna change things up? Question mark? 1, I've never started with Siren. 2, I'm playing those right now. I'll be playing them all. And then I'll play the one that I enjoy most. Which will probably end up being Harlow, because she's the one with phase lock.
Intel says there's an elevator down to the lower levels. Make your way there and be ready for some heavy resistance. I'm counting on you, Vault Hunter.
Here we go.
See, that's definitely got a fire rate increase. Oops. Can try and make it to Gamescom? No, I can't. Tragically, I cannot make my own way there. Alright, Tetra, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, we can use Amber, actually, to get... I'll skip here. I think I fired that too soon. No idea, Jack. I hope not.
I'm on a freaking roll.
Oh, that's the wrong gun. That's the flipper. Cheating! Hey Toast, how you doing? Hello, hello.
Those are advanced mechs, but we're after something bigger. Keep going.
Rocketeer! That's the wrong skill to have 4 in. Farming some proving grounds for fun? Hell yeah. True or normals? I prefer normals. So, you want to hit a cow's arse with a banjo? Well, you've come to the right place, Vault Hunter. Do you think Zane and Rafa would get along well? Like, if you think about it, they'd be the only two who could actually like talk to each other because they're just so fast. I think I just burnt to death. What gun is this? This is the Kib's Worth. It is really fucking good. Replacing him, Zane's like the gun guy, I believe. I think it's like Zane's ammo vendors. Before they join, I think that's more just like set dressing for those intros, Jack. Also, I'm pretty sure those intro that like when they're all around the campfire, I'm pretty sure that's literally on Kairos. So, do I have the speed for this jump? Ooh, I do. Down. That's just them making better videos, Jack. That's literally just production quality go up. Like what you're referring to, the what they've done for that is literally just put the characters around a campfire. That's all it is. I was above Healthgate. I know I was.
What? That's it?
Is that a Dark Souls reference, Akram? Sir, you want to stop flying around that quick? These stations get removed and it's just Zane telling you a story by the campfire. Battlefield as far as exceeded your expectations, then again, low expectations do tend to do that. It's been fun, I've been enjoying it. My gun just run out of bullets, stop firing instead of reloading.
Now that is definitely your target. Light that giant bastard up.
Big ass target downrange. Barely worth the bullets.
I should have gone for consecutive hits, annoying, rather than kill stacked. Oh well. Might be better on Amara? Based on what? Because I can tell you now, it is not. How good the won't fighting is so good. I mean, it won't be bad on Amara, but it definitely won't be better. Amara's damage is too leaning into crit. And this is not a gun that's nice to crit with. This is better on bows and flak. Sparkly Bethless is fun. Shame it releases after Borderlands 4. Yeah, I was thinking that when I saw it doesn't release for like 2 months. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna be playing Borderlands 4. Infusion and Catharsis make it go hard. Okay, so the thing is there, Jack, is that's just all very generic, like just Amara's toolkit. So that's nothing that's going to really elevate this weapon in particular. Now, if you think about Amara's toolkit, a lot of her actual damage that she's going to be dealing to enemies is in Transcend, which is not very nice for this weapon, because it's just a more difficult weapon to hit crits with. Infusion is nice, but you've got a weapon here with dual element. You've also got a weapon that's splash. Infusion takes away from splash. So your splash bonuses will not be applying to the infusion part of your damage. On top of that, Catharsis is just a bit crap. Especially when you're killing things in a couple of shots with these guns. So, like, it's just a bread and butter Mo's weapon. Now, there are a lot of pellets here, so it's not getting the most out of short fuse, but, you know, between Skagden, it won't be bad, because good gun, good character, but it's very anti-synergistic with Amara. Got an ad set again. Well, thankfully you're on YouTube and you can rewind. Gun anti-synergistic on Amara.
Get more guys out here!
See that barrel?
Here we go.
Yeah, it's the kib's worth giving the red circle. It's giving us healing.
Let them win.
I need to use my gun shield more. You prefer the kib's worth over the flipper on those? Yeah. Yeah, much better for short fuse. And much bigger wind-up as well. Like, the flipper, you very much have to be running around. Like, just holding the trigger. Otherwise, you'll lose your wind-up. So I totally get it. I think Flippo is better. But I definitely do prefer to use Kipsworth for sure. I think Flipper's got better like cryo efficiency and stuff. Oh, is this shit not doing enough damage? So he just went up to his respect him. That mindset is so fucking horrible and toxic. You've got a game here where everything's in the player's choice. So naturally, when a player does something and it'll work, it's obviously the game's fault. Fuck off. Have some responsibility. That's how you end up with things getting overbuffed and changed and whatnot. Oh, bosses in Wonderlands do too much damage. No, they don't. You just suck at the game. Spec health, you dumb bastard. Cryopower, Icebreaker combo. Well, I'm saying Flipper should have more. Is what I'm saying, Sneezer. I could be wrong on that though. Actually, let's have a look. 235. What's the flippers? Do I have a cryo flipper on me? I'm sure cryo flippers in like silly amounts. I don't. Well, I can just compare dot damage. 26k. Ooh, 57. Yeah, I can't remember what the flippers. We'll have to go kill Minos and have a look. I'm pretty sure flipper's higher though. Is it 200? I thought it was in the 300s.
On the field.
213? Okay, so they're not actually that different. Yeah, even rad fire is our damage. Like, the armor bar on these enemies are just disappearing. Really wanted a COV takedown. So we had COV with more health. I'm gonna make a most build that isn't just Gunner Iron Bear. Well, she's got a really good grenade chucking setup you can do. She's also got a ground slam one, but it's a bit offensive to the eyes. But it's ridiculously powerful. Well, like, what kind of gameplay are you hoping to get that's not your action, skill, gun, ground slamming, or grenade? What kind of playstyle are you going for that doesn't fall into them? You see, my idea for a COV raid boss, Jim, would be like a super anointed that's just got the abilities of all of the anointeds. Did I not push the button? I could have sworn I pushed the button. Acid fist playthrough.
Eating the birds. Welcome to the kill zone.
I just hope the end game's really fleshed out in Borderlands 4. Hopefully. More takedowns, maybe do classic raid boss with takedowns, please. I'm just curious to see what level of challenge the vault bosses are. Because the vault bosses are available in playthrough, I don't think they'll be super high level. And the argument of, like, oh, they can just give them a load of health for endgame, I think is silly. Health does not equal raid. An engaging fight does. That ideally has health. It's an item on the checklist for sure, but... Oh, that's entirely my fault. Utidio Flak, Shooting Star on Amara, and Nova on Zane. Fair days. Your best bet there probably is just like a Rocketeer grenade build. So you're setting up like a sentry turret while throwing grenades. For your very abstract playstyle.
Let's get this party started. Contact.
Bullet reflection is fun. You like Rocketeer for your abstracty stuff? Yeah, it's just good. That's without big surplus. Dark Army Hustle Seeker 10 gallon. See, that seems very flat coded to me. What is the frame rate and stutter fix for Borderlands 3 on PC? I don't know. I just bought a new computer and they went away. My old 1080 was not keeping up. We're throwing better and more expensive gear at me. Is buy a new PC. Least practical, but also effective advice. Hey, my game's not running smooth. What should I do? Spend a couple £100 on your computer. There you go. Problem solved. Although I don't know. Yeah, if you play DX11, try 12, and if you play 12, try 11. That's a big one. No one setting is like better, it just kind of just depends. My older computer ran better on 11, but this one runs better on 12. I will try Unweave Amara with this. He's got quite a good cryo efficiency. Not as good as Hellfire, but it'll still be really good. Oh, you love to waste time, don't you? Oh, wait, no! Get him, Iron Bear!
Over here.
I think Iron Bear killed him. Oh.
Junk to junk.
Modern games combat stutters and frame drops by not combating them. Favorite pastime activity was indeed to waste time. It's all he does. Waste time. Average damage movement speed. Rack pack. Pack of racks. Rack pack, flak rack. Pack build. Rack-a-pack. Pack-a-rack. Most of Flex class mods in Trials. You had Red Fang Cosmic Stalker in Instinct. Rack Pack from Cunning. Was that it? I don't remember any others. A pastime or a pastime activity? Well, it's a pastime activity to make it a pastime activity. What are my current specs? That. Action skill stuff for Amara Entanglement. Is it new stuff? Because I only saw old stuff. How everything affected by the action skill is entangled. We saw a few seconds of gameplay of like phase lock, and we saw like a big bubble thing. Also, we've seen like the nuke as well. Cosmic Stalker, yeah, Astral Instinct for Cosmic Stalker.
Can't stop the body drop. Merc!
Now you're more confused on how to say that.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that.
Yeah, Hollow stuff will be at Gamescom. Yeah, Harlow might be really good. Depending on how good that entanglement stuff is. Because if it's basically just ties, and it doesn't have the downsides of ties, then, well, GG. Well, that's the thing. Harlow is basically your Siren. You've got ties, you've got Tendava, and you've got Phase Lock. Like, gameplay-wise, she is just the Siren. Also, this Mayhem Water, please, fucking stop. I can't stand in my usual place. Fire? Well, that's rude. The Vex skill animations look very much like the Wonderland spells. There's a lot of animation reuse from Wonderlands to 4. And cryo power? No, this is Rocketeer. I'll probably do some cryo stuff later. But like, if I do cryo stuff, I just kind of want to do it on Amara, because Unweave. Even though that doesn't translate as well to bosses as on those. There's an enemy over there somewhere.
Body count.
Oh, Chrome, they added 2-player for Night Rain, finally. Not sure if you saw.
Feeding the birds.
Quit BL3, we go right now. A relentless chaos. What a weapon that is. Another Rocketeer. Pistol damage Atlas critical. That's really trying. It has CUV weapon fire rate. If that had rolled Atlas fire rate, that'd be nuts. Cause like, replay. That's a really good replay Rocketeer. Red Fang.
Stay down, scrub.
I haven't touched the game since June, you don't know why, because it's good. It is very good. I've been enjoying it a lot. It's honestly probably my favorite game to play right now.
Hell yeah! Othermost.
Favorite game right now is Blender. A variety of Souls fights? It's mainly Elden Ring. There's like, I think 2 fights from each Souls game. It's, so basically it's set up into like a 3-day system. So day 1 and 2 are Expedition, and then day 3 is the big boss, which is a night, like a new boss to Night Rain that's designed for Night Rain. And you've got a map, which you explore. It's got like different activities in it. Ruins, mines, churches, whatever, each with their own different purpose. And then a circle will enclose in arms race, battle royale style. And then when it closes into the final circle, you'll get like a day boss. Which these include Night Rain bosses, but also have the other Souls bosses in them. And then after that clears, the storm clears again. And you get day 2. And you get to pick up anything that you missed. Finish any stuff that you didn't get to finish. Gear up some more. And then at the end of day 2, you get another day 2 boss, and then you go into the final boss. Which is like a big bad. They're all very dramatic. Has anything else really changed? Not really. They have the Everdark bosses now, which are amped up versions of the existing ones. Everdark, Dark Drift Knight is fucking awesome. I wouldn't call Night Rain an icon hoovering game. Jim, no. Like, similar idea, absolutely, but I wouldn't call it one, no. It's very much a roguelike BR type deal. I haven't even killed them all yet. Nah, I've killed every boss so far, apart from the new one, Dark Drift Calico. That will be on the weekend's checklist to do. Wait, why was that a ridiculously fast further room 1? What? Oh. That kind of goes any time save. Stop dying! Any theory crafting builds for Alpha? Yeah, but it's very difficult since we only really have the the skill builder that we've got. Most of what makes a build will be the gear, of which I have nothing, so... So, like, you don't know what class mods you're gonna have access to. What skills are gonna be on class mods. So, like, when you make a skill build, it's theory crafted assuming no class mod, because, like, what do you even use? But you might find that you can skip a really important skill down a branch and just get it on a class mod and change your spec entirely based on that. The amount of militants. Three something's still fine. We're on the blood path now. Hey Scorch. Wait until people actually have the game. Lumen releases a new API and updates their database with all the gear stats. Yeah.
Enter the breach, Vault Hunter, and destroy that Guardian.
I don't have a shot Kim's worth.
What could have happened here? The planet does not appear to have been ripped apart, just burst open from within.
Gotta copy Lazy's build for your enjoyment. Yeah, I unlikely. I mean, obviously, I'll try and get a couple out, but my proper theory crafted builds will only come later once I have the information. Because like early builds are only based on what you find, so they're not going to be very good. And you know, when I put out a build, I want it to be properly figured out, theory crafted, tested, and whatnot, so I know that it is optimized and not just what feels good. But that, of course, takes time.
What could have happened here? The planet does not appear to have been ripped apart, so much as burst open from within.
on my process optimization when it comes to builds. So once you have a build idea and you've spec'd it out and everything, and you're onto the stage of optimization, this is where you look at the trees and start incorporating how damage works. So like, have you taken the most efficient route in terms of damage improvements?
Start pushing buttons, I suppose.
For example, to get down Red Tree to Megavorm,
The crystals are losing energy.
have you taken Grim Harvest? If the answer is yes, probably remove it and select something else. That kind of thing. Just optimizing your stat bonuses. And then from there, especially if you've got any like skills that do features, when you're playing, try and assess what they're actually doing for you. And do you need it, or can you get skills elsewhere? For example, in this gameplay, I can assess that Some for the Road right now is doing fuck all. So I can save that skill point to go somewhere else. And that kind of thing will basically just come with time played on the character. So long as you're paying attention to your skills when you're actually playing. I'll just come to you with, that's just like refinement.
What purpose could they have?
Yeah, exactly. So like with the drones, depending on how they stack per point, it seems very much more points equals more damage. But if the drones aren't actually doing that much damage, then just put 1 point in instead of 5 just to get the effect. Because I think there's a skill that makes you want to have lots of drones out, like to do with hitting things with melee damage. You want as many drones as possible for that to upkeep your melee damage procs. So you just put one point into each drone. Do I have a Mesmer on me? I think I do. You know how one game comes across and you go, time for an upgrade? I really hope BL4 doesn't disappoint. Yeah, BL4 is very much the time for an upgrade game, isn't it? But hey, if it does disappoint, at least you've got a new machine.
Right?
You don't think it can be worse than Borderlands 3, to be honest. Oh my sweet summer child. Right, this is where I'd have Dagobah. See, I should put my Some for the Road point into Dagobah, so I could just hop in now and just chill. I've got high hopes for the weakness mechanic because it reduces enemy damage, so it should make you quite tanky. It just kind of depends how well in practice you can actually spread weakness. And if enemies are actually getting afflicted by it before just, you know, dying. If you apply weakness to an enemy and they die within 2 seconds, just because that's how the gameplay turns out, then it's probably not that useful. At least reducing the enemy damage portion of it. Obviously, it makes them take more damage, so you just gotta evaluate how much that's worth. Which very much should be worth. Story and loot seem better. I mean, that is completely unjudgeable right now, Scorch. We have absolutely nothing to go on for loot economy in that game. We have no idea how long an activity takes, what farming's like, guarantee on particular items. Well, that's the thing, Volfin. Do you want drones for uptime on other skills, or do you want them to do damage as well? Because if the drone damage is good, if they're just killing weaker enemies in the background, then that could be worth skill points. But if they're not good at 5 out of 5, then yeah, go on. Was in the World Rocket attempt? No. I'm using Gunmo's, a build that will never get World Rocket. Ah, I missed. Oh, absolutely, Scorch. I hope they don't, like, jump to any conclusions either. Like, I think they just gotta say, hey, players, you're skill issuing right now. Like they should have done for Wonderlands. They should have been braver in Wonderlands.
Freaking multi-kill, yeah!
So this is where rocking a different anoint would be better, because I basically have a non-anointed gun. I have to go full murder spree. Which is working. Sarah's dodging though is not polite.
You do not want this.
Oh no! That's rude! Oh, what is that enemy spawn? Officer, I didn't hit the lamppost. The lamppost hit me. I swear. It came out of nowhere.
Shame to see such brilliant ancient technology destroyed, but I must admit you make it entertaining to watch.
Featured right? Yes, absolutely. Amon gets a lot from. Well, I mean, they all do, to be fair. Like, they all get a lot from level cap increases. You can definitely tell that these skill trees were very much designed for a level cap increase. Yeah, hit or miss, but like, it all just depends on the loot economy of the game, and specifically the bonuses on the items. Less variance in the bonuses on the items equals you can use lower drop rates. More variance in the bonuses on the items, then you need higher drop rates. Wonderland solved this by having a scaling loot scaler thingy that went up by level. So at low level it was a low number, and at high level it was a high number. And they fixed the issue. To which the community then set it on fire and burned it at the stake. Screaming heresy.
I'm thinking I'm back.
Why is my circle vertical?
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I hope they slow down in terms of like level caps and new characters. Like, give us a chance in the base version of the game. Like the first chaos okay, well, while the chaos caps didn't really mean much in Wonderlands, definitely not as much as the level cap did. like a month after the game is way too quick. Like, people barely, like, been finishing the story. A lot of people weren't Chaos 20 yet, and they're just like, Chaos 35! It's like, oh shit, okay. I think he can respec kinda on the fly, hit and miss. I can't remember. Like, not on the fly, but I think it is easier. Month 6 update, then 9-month update is the right time for new characters, levels, and level caps. Yeah, agreed. I'm not sure if you should overlap a level cap update and a new character update in the same one, though. Because, like, there I have to choose between, do I level a new character, or do I level my existing characters? I think maybe they should come out at different times. AoE we'll see on 4. I mean, it's already looking quite crazy.
Now I must fill the need because your empty hand could not be filled. They fell, and here you stand.
Anybody counting?
Yeah, I managed to get through the whole of Wonderlands, basically just avoiding Buffmeister. I think that's one of the worst items they've ever created.
Probably not as tough as they look.
I just pretended it didn't exist.
There. That must be the source of the energy signature. Go in, Vault Hunter, so we may get a reading on whatever's inside. Yes, it's probably a monster of some sort, but science demands we make.
I don't have Daggerbearer, so I can't, I can't do the Scourge skip. Surely I've got a kick charger. I do.
This is far from over.
Hey Casper, how you doing? Whoa! Where are we going?
Racking 'em up.
Amalgamation Burr and Claw, yeah. Definitely a lot of that. I mean, it's aggressive, you know, Viking-like melee.
Let's do this thing.
Burn 100 worlds to find you in the act.
Heavy hitter.
Yeah, he's also got a 1-to-1 copy of Cleansing Flames as well.
Check out that body count.
And what is functionally very, very similar to Storm Dragon Judgment.
What you hiding? These rocks.
Those weapons will be like the spear, hammers, axes, and swords and whatnot, yeah. He's very ability focused for sure. Although hilariously the spec I put together was a gun spec. This is absolutely not why people play him.
Outstanding takedown, Vault Hunter. You avenged the population of Minos Prime. Assuming they are dead, of course. Based on my scans, it's as though they disappeared off the face of the galaxy entirely. Another exciting day in science.
Although I suspect it'll be a case of like you can do gun stuff with Amon, it'll just be weaker than doing gun stuff with the other characters. Amon might, like, it could go either one or two ways. One, it could just be like an Iron Bear situation, where because it's all abilities, it scales with level. You don't need gear, and Amon is just like the easiest thing ever. Kind of like Krieg as well. Or, it's reliant on very specific pieces of gear, and everyone will call it trash until people start figuring out those pieces of gear. Web Slinger, so good. Indiscriminate levels of damage. It'll be strong. Especially since just percentage increases seem bigger in Borderlands 4 than Borderlands 3. But it won't have an arbitrary times 7 attached to it. So, there is that. Size of the world, it's hard to go for Ghost Speeder Boys. It depends how the world is set up. Because yes, world can be big, but if it's like how Gears 5 did open world, where you had open world, but then just like little bits of normal gameplay dotted through it. So you just vehicled to one to another, got out of a vehicle, through like a fake load zone, and then into normal gameplay where speed didn't matter. So like, it could just be like that. I hope it's not. I hope it's actually good, but when a non-open world game goes open world, it runs the risk of doing that. And in that case, speed will not matter. We'll just have to see how map traversal is done and how good it is. But absolutely, if there's a lot of running, then Rafa will it'll feel bad playing Rafa and then going to somebody else.
Enter the breach, Vault Hunter, and destroy that Guardian.
I need to go talk to Maurice. The character I have concern for that Red Jack James is Rafa. It's not like linear game. No, linear gameplay is really good. That's why I'm always worried when games go open world. Because it's very rare they actually pull it off well without it just being forced. Because a handcrafted experience will always, in my mind, be better. Unless you can really fucking nail it. Which kills them in particular? The indirect damage passive tree. It adds all kind of like ricochet onto shit. The tree in that left branch and a bit of the middle branch as well. He's got a lot of like ricochet stuff, and then he's also just got a lot of like bonus instances of damage that are based off of damage dealt. Which, if they handle those the same way as they handle them in previous games, is hideous. Because that's all your short fuse, skag dens, remnants. Not skag den, but. That's where all of those reside. Hey Sultan, Hyper, Kipsworth and Joria, hell yeah, hell yeah. This gun is legitimately really fucking good, and everyone just kind of tossed it in the bin when Flipper came out. And I see people shitting on this gun, like, why? It's so fucking good. Bear Trooper. Bear Trooper. Like, it's comparable to Flipper. I need a chair with a higher seating position but lower armrest. I need a new chair, to be honest. This thing, like... Squeak, squeak. Special ring? The special ring is just healing, unfortunately, but yeah, it's always nice to have. In a game that it's not really needed. There are so many ways to get healing. Hey, how much they butcher Damon's trees on Maxwell compared to Rafa from Zax? I mean, they were going off of rough Chinese translations, so... I'm pretty sure that they're currently working on updating it now that we have updated wordings. And when the game comes out, Loot Lemon will update anyway, and you won't need to use Mackerel. Just use Loot Lemon again. Do you want to use it because it will make you more excited? Oh, so I did the very, very specific thing of being too lazy to create an account. I feel creating an account would be dangerous. because then I could like save my builds. Whereas the builds that I make, I can't save, so they just disappear. It's just like, cool, won't bother making builds. Who have we got? CryptoSec. Alrighty. The scream music. Ratha Red Tree, middle branch, first thing. I think that'll be very strong.
Multi-kill, yeah!
I have no idea what my first place is gonna be. I'm genuinely... Like, I don't think my first playthrough will be, I don't think it'll be Harlow. So, that means I have the information required. I'm going to have to start sleeping diagonally. You know, buddy, I feel that. What is that vault card level? I have that one on the wall. So I'm 223 on that. I'm 258 on Fallen Heroes. And I'm 211 on Monkey Masters. Should I just go Fallen Heroes and just like push it as far as I can? I was about to ask who I'd play. I bet I do get asked all the time, and I don't know the answer. It's gonna be either Vex or Amon. But like, whomst do I choose? Compared to your Chaos, and how much does Chaos do? So like, let's have a look at Chaosin. So this is a high damage Chaosin versus a high damage Kips. Which, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that's pretty damning in terms of the Chaosin's defense there. Of course the Chaosin does do damage twice per bullet. It could just be the Kib's worths that you're getting. I don't know, but like, damage-wise, they're very, very comparable. I mean, Chaosin does have the edge here, because like Dark Crit and whatnot, but they're not far off of each other. If your Chaosin's doing damage, your Kib's worth should be as well. How come not Harlow? Because I know I'm just going to enjoy Harlow later. She's less... She's the least interesting to me so far, but I also know that I am going to really like playing her, so I'll just do it later. I know I have a feeling I'll end up maining Harlow like a year later because of Phase Lock. I reckon most of my like run stuff will be on her, so. Plan on posting builds on max roll? No, but I plan on... Oven is cooking. Just not with max roll. I cannot say more for now. But oven is cooking. You're conflicted whether I should play Rafa, Amon, Harlow, or Vex? Yo, same! So you're the opposite because you... Well, that's the thing. I don't want to peak too soon, you know? I don't want to go, yep, this is my main, and then just kind of play the other characters. Because I did that. The only time I did that was the pre-sequel with Wilhelm. And you know what happened with the pre-sequel with Wilhelm? I basically just didn't play anyone else. I just only play Wilhelm on the pre-sequel. Only Timothy more so recently. And I played Nisha because she was overpowered. So for speedrun stuff, I played Nisha. But I didn't like playing Nisha. Yeah, for sure. Especially on Vex, she seems very grounded and like kind of like a moving tank. Like Vex seems very grounded in her playstyle. You know, like off a Cloud Trap, yeah. So this is even without big surplus there, that damage. Of course these are weak enemies, so do bear that in mind as well, Casper. These enemies aren't that tanky. In terms of kit, I have a Super Soldier, I have a Piss, I have a Rocketeer with Splash, SMG, and 3 in Skagden. And then a really good autos. It's not even a bloody, it's not even a Vic Rush, shit. Of course, if you've got a Malawan company man, that would be really good.
I'm on a freaking roll!
Which I am not using here today.
Shoot up.
For Skagden Minesweeper. You always play the heavy.
Puzzle. Damn it, now that's gonna bother me.
The fabled... the fabled code. Which one is it? No. Buddy. Buddy. Your password is not 9999. Buddy. That is not your password.
Alright. Now that that's
Buddy.
business.
In every game, SDUs have been a different currency. Any idea what it is this go around? I know the answer. Do you want it? Because yes, it is another different currency this time. No way, you've always wanted that to happen. And same. And it just so happens to be 9999 as well. Like the laziest fucking one. Not sure if Nephilim always trumps Company Man. It absolutely does not. Pearl is like third best for Mars. A perfect rolled Vic Rush is second, and Company Man is first. In practice, if a gun is involved, Company Man is best in slot. Unless you're doing rocket launchers where your rockets will be one-shotting things. In which case, a toboggan is better. If the toboggan amp is helping you get that one shot. Otherwise, Company Man will always win. Is the new currency cheese? I would like it to be cheese. Sort of. It's collectibles and hidden stuff. So basically, like, you'll find stuff out in the world that will give you your SDs. Yeah. What Vulcan said. You do stuff out in the world, and then that will give you the SDU stuff. So you have to explore? I know. It's the I can see it now. I can't believe Gearbox did this mistake twice. Loot dice return? Can't believe they would just do the loot dice mechanic, but for SDUs instead, so they're even more forced, which is true, they are more forced than loot dice, but like, living without SDUs is a lot worse than living without loot luck. That's soft-capped anyway. So we'll just have to trust Gearbox that it's done well.
No one can fill my shoes.
I can see the Doom posting now, dude. Doom posting is so common, and it's just like, please get a life. Like, get a life. What minor affixes you looking up, Company Man? You mean the shit at the bottom? Just like generic shit. I don't have one on me. Fire damage, mag size, AoE.
Who saw that?
Conference call better return. I'm not too bothered about conference call coming back. I do really want the Nukem and Shredder Fire to come back though in the form of ordinances.
You were just a huge fart.
To do all exploring every single character. I mean, I think that will be true, but like, play the fucking game, you know? Every run that I did on Wonderlands, I did all of the collectible shit because they gave you permanent bonuses for your character. I enjoyed rooting them into my characters because it meant that I was just getting XP as well. So I just end my playthrough close to level 40 and have all these permanent bonuses while following. So I enjoyed doing them. SDUs is a bit worrying though, because like SDUs is something that you really want maxed out. Losing 10% crit, okay, yeah, fine, I can live with that. Losing some loot luck that gets soft capped out anyway, I can live with that. But like SDUs, that's rough. I mean, depending on like how much of the exploration stuff gives you these SDUs, because technically speaking, depending on how open the game is, you could do a bunch of like exploration and get a bunch of SDUs before you even really kill shit. Like, how open is this game gonna be? Like, are you watching a run of an RPG like, I don't know, Skyrim or Elden Ring or whatever, and they spend like 3 hours gearing up, going around the map, not even fighting anything, and then they're super OP before they've even killed anything. And it's just like, ah. Like, can we do that? I hope so. Elden Ring Borderlands. So it would make challenge runs, just like repeat playthroughs, so interesting, because you could just do anything. What does AOE do when you're using a gun? Is it only no, it's splash. It's anything that's splash. So guns. This isn't a be-all end-all way of telling, Dennis, but it is a good way of recognizing, you know, most instances of it. On a gun, if you see plus splash damage radius on this item card here of any number, that gun will do splash damage. And splash in this game is same as area of effect damage. It's the same. It's the same thing. 2 words to describe the exact same thing. So this gun, plus 175. This is a splash weapon. This gun, plus 122. This is a splash weapon. Splash weapon. Splash weapon. Splash weapon. Splash weapon. Splash weapon. Not a splash weapon. And all of these will get AoE. So like here I've got 55% area of effect damage, and here I've got 39% splash damage. That is, together that makes 94. Because they are the same. And that'll apply to these. Some instances, like the flipper here, does not say it. But the flipper is also splash. Same with plasma coil. Plasma coil doesn't say it, but it is splash. So there are a few outliers. Might be stage-wise SDUs that upgrade all the ammo things together rather than individual ones. Like, yeah, we'll see how it does. We'll see how it goes. I imagine they won't force us into too much exploration. I think what a lot of people didn't like about loot dice was there were so many of them. But of course still best gun. Never was, never is, never will be. It was never nerfed, if that's what you're asking. But it's not the best gun in any situation. Boils a buff mice or BL3, you could not be more incorrect. Toxic weapons couldn't want to come back. Shred of Fire, Flacker, and Butcher. Yeah, seems good. Slided Shotgun as well. I was using Slided Shotgun recently, and I got a great clip of it just launching a guy off screen. Last Stand Victory Rush, shiny. The best gun is the friends we made along the way. Why is it melting watching this? Oh, it does. I'm fairly convinced Gearbox has no idea how to do a good Butcher. Is Borderlands 3's Butcher not sufficient for you? What do you fucking need? I guess it's a little, like... I don't want to say low on damage, because the damage application is really high, so it ends up out DPSing most things anyway. Like, Butcher's cracked. SF Force and Iron Laser come back? Yeah. As much as I like them, they're not interesting. The thing is, if you try and avoid all of the really strong guns in this game, you avoid like half of them, because, believe it or not, the coil is not that overtuned. There are many weapons that are better than the coil. I get what you're saying, avoid the OP shit, and the game's more interesting, because that's absolutely true. Double anarchy. The way they buffed it is so hard. I mean, not liking a buff, I totally get. But the Butcher is one that I do like.
Death is a sharp law, throat of the trusty, always receive reckoning.
How would you have changed the Butcher? How would you have done it? Alright, Sultan, have a good one. You don't like the infinite ammo on it? That is. Or the near infinite ammo. You just wanted more damage. Oh, just see your red building. Alright, hang on. Let me fix that. I'll put Consec on it. I like Erad. Erad's cool. What's my thought process on when choosing how to spend points on leveling? Like, early points, do I go for damage? It depends on the character and what I'm doing. But typically, like, yeah. Early damage. Hang on, I'll bring up a Borderlands 4 skill tree, and we'll figure it out. Alright, okay, so we're at the Borderlands 4 skill tree. I've clicked Amon here. Let's say I'm doing someone. Actually, I'll go to Vex. We'll do Vex. So, if we think about early on, guns are usually quite sluggish to use. And, any kind of damage increase is just going to be, like, flat, really. 10% damage is 10% more killing power. So if I want to do Incarnate here, I'll look at these. I've got Kill Skill Rep Kit cooldown, increased splash damage, reload speed, or critical hit damage on a kill. Now, early on, I might be using kinetic guns more. So reload speed's very nice. Guns are sluggish, so if I can get a chunk of reload speed, that's really nice, because that's going to essentially just give me endgame levels of reload speed right out the gate. Splash, I probably won't get many good splash like weapons early on, so here I'll probably just go with some damage output. And there's some more immediately here as well with gun damage. So, like, immediately, I'm level 10, and I have 2 damage skills. So the damage that I'm doing is going to be quite high. Like, in terms of enemy health bar to my damage. On a full build, I'll have a lot of skill points that won't be increasing my damage. Whereas here, 100% of my damage of my skill points are towards damage. So shit will be dying quickly. Because 100% of my skill points are towards damage. Let's say I want to do which action skill is this? Okay, these are axes. Okay. So kill skill, elemental damage, cooldown rate. Nah, I'll probably just go with reload speed here. Either reload speed or crit damage. Forge skill damage and detonation damage, that's quite good. But I don't think I'll have the action skill uptime for this yet. Because that's stuff that will come later with bonuses, cooldown rate bonuses on gear. So I don't think we'll get the most out of this skill right at the start of the game. Yeah, reload speed is very nice for leveling. Because it's you don't have anything, your guns just feel quite shit at the start of the game. Reload speed is very nice. So this one gives me a drone that's probably quite good. I do have reload speed, so going for a shock bonus element is quite nice. So here I'm thinking either between just crit damage or a drone, or drone then crit. Eight-second duration on Forge skill, I don't think that's worth it. And the thing is because early game, you're just kind of supplementing these bonuses just to get you through the game. You're not really thinking about skill coherence yet, because trying to get an action skill build going at level 8 is usually quite rough. But once you get to like level 20 odd, and action skill builds can kind of start picking up the pace, you just hit this button right here. Fucking reset it. Okay, now I want forward skill cooldown. Now I want to make my detonations do more, because I've got this class mod that makes my action skills cool down really quickly. Let's get a drone in there. Like, you just do it differently. But like right at the start, reload speed and damage are the two stats I go for. Mag is good too if you've got good points for it. Making the skill more powerful early game. I'd say it's quite tough to do, Dennis, because a lot of your damage uptime with skills will come from your gear, which you're just not going to have early game. Like, critical hit damage on a gun is critical hit damage on a gun. Your gun is always there. Your action skill, though, is sat on a 40-second cooldown, and your really good cooldown skills and good cooldown rate on, you know, whatever class mod slot or whatever in your gear slots, that's going to come much later. You know, my action skill cooldown stuff's not all the way until, like, down here. Like, whenever we deal melee damage, restore a percentage of Forge skill cooldown. So this skill here, whenever we activate Forge skill, we get gun damage for a duration. It's an 8-second duration for what is going to be a 40-second cooldown. That skill won't be good until you have something like Fists of Stone here, which is 20 levels away. So trying to get stuff out of your skills early on is quite difficult, because the uptime is just not there. The cooldowns are too long. There's no cooldown on a gun. Technically there is, but... There's no cooldown on a gun. Gun stuff is always really good for, like, from level 1 to 10, 15, it's gun stuff will pretty much always just reign supreme. Melee kinda can keep up, because again, it doesn't have an uptime problem. You just punch it. So if you want to punch it, you can go for that and do melee bonuses. Dot stuff can often work early on, but you got to lean into it, and will limit the amount of guns that you can use. And of course, you don't really get a choice of what guns you use. Like end game, whatever, you just farm what you need. Early game, it's just what drops, so you can't be too niche about it. like Vex here with this splash damage skill, I'm probably not going to be able to just use purely splash weapons in my leveling because I'm vastly, you know, limiting the amount of drops that I can actually use. Do it every 8 seconds. So every 8 seconds, I can kill an enemy that would only take my gun 1 second to do. I don't agree with that one, Hex, at all. Because splash damage is basically just... it's just damage improvement. It's just a damage multiplier that some weapons get that other weapons don't get. And, you know, when it comes to card DPS, just because a weapon is splash does not mean the DPS is lower, because that's absolutely not the case. Some of the strongest guns in Borderlands 3 also happen to be splash. Now, should it be what you say there? Absolutely. But that's not how it actually works in game. Another bonus to go for early game is movement speed. Movement speed's always cozy early game. We like movement speed. That will never go poorly. Okay, so cryo shit. Yeah, we're not really freezing anything. We're just gonna die. Oh, he got frozen. Okay, when we start teleporting right on top of me, it's very rude. This is a lot of anointed militants. I'm gonna need you guys to, like, stop. Your existence is irritating. Hey, Rock. Summer break for F1. Hell yeah. Free from Ferrari depression. What the fuck? My gun just did a reload animation without doing the reload animation. What the hell? First time I've seen that. Didn't realize I was still playing Battlefield 6.
The birds.
Kinda okay. I played, like, Breakthrough, and it's, like, hopelessly unbalanced, but I've been enjoying it. I did nearly win an attack round, that felt amazing. Nearly being the keyword, we didn't, but, you know. Snipers felt great. It's been, like, 10 years since I played a Battlefield game, so I was just kind of getting to grips with it. My god, we're not even gonna get sub 5 here. What the fuck? This is so slow. Wait. Hey, got it. On the second, 459. Barely. 459. Unrevival? Yeah, I saw that. I got sniped because it was like fatal. It's like, oh shit, I can't be rezzed. That's cool. Although, people on attacking side need to stop spamming snipers. Like, this is not how you attack. Like, a couple, sure, but like half the team, it does not work. Get your smoke grenades out and get your ass on the point. Why does the save file have the doubling down? Oh, I jumped onto it to test it for the challenge run, of course. Just to make sure the jump wouldn't kill me. I remember. Rendering things in a distance? Yeah, I didn't really notice that because I didn't play Recon too much.
Mission.
She's got a scope, you can't see shit. I mean, that makes sense. I had a great moment today. We captured a point, so we moved on. So we started moving on to the next one. Stepped out of cover. I must have seen about 6 fucking sniper glints on this hill right in front of us. I was like, oh shit. Will I do a Flipper day? Probably not. I think there's far more interesting weapons than Flipper. Flipper is not. There isn't much to a Flipper. Flipper doesn't also get any flack. I like weapons that are misunderstood. Like, I see people actively say that the Kiv's worth isn't that great. I never see that about the Flipper. I'm probably the one to shit talk the Flipper. Ah. 1 out of 5 on that, kind of sucks. So slow.
Hell yeah!
I see more people praise the Robin's Call Cave's worth. I fucking hate the Robin's Call so much. Like, just use a fucking stagecoach, please. Great, you got a Jacob shotgun that doesn't run out of ammo. Congratulations. The Jacob shotgun doesn't run out of ammo. Mainly used on flak. Like, what is the... Why? Why do you need that? Despise the Robin's Call. It's got the pump firing type as well, so you'll pull the trigger and nothing will happen. How did that kill me? What? There's no battle there. That was just a rat's poison.
Fresh targets over here!
I don't have a fire Kib's worth on me. I'll have to keep that in mind. So I've got a... I don't know why it's low level. I think I was testing it. I've got a Ember's Purge here. I used this as a proper, like, weapon the other day. It's just really fucking good. Like, of course it's like a useful tool for fight for your life and whatnot, especially on builds that don't do much gun damage, but it's just a really fucking good gun. Just as a general enemy-to-enemy shooting gun. Like, you are reliant on the pools, but the pools are never like, they never take too long to get there. So the time to kill is never poor. Never do I feel like I'm relying on the gun itself to kill the enemies. The pool will turn up. And do what it needs to do. Hey, do I have enough things? I do. Who we got? Puny Zealots.
Password. Hey, that's the right password for you. Have fun in the hideout.
Fight for the wrong side? Get dead.
Now these guys are the tankiest. Because the floor is lava, yep. The proper stuff as well that you find in the middle of the volcano. It is spicy. Oh man, yeah, Malawan takedown doesn't have any worthy drops anymore. They need to buff them.
Another one down. This better be good.
The fountain piece. You will bring it to the fountain.
That's just what I do.
This content is just so good.
Just I'm gonna live forever.
Maybe our fall events will be like this, yeah. I mean, they knocked it out of the park. I mean, how free content like this, they were able to just kind of make and release, and like 2K were like, yeah, sure. They're not expecting this, but we'll give it to them anyway. Like, that's the amount of goodwill.
puzzle. Damn it, now that's gonna bother me. Alright, now that that's solved, back to business.
Tig's Boom, didn't really like it. Tig's Boom's an awkward to use weapon. It's powerful. but I find the damage just a little too delayed on it. It's like... It's not that bad, but it's enough to make me go, yeah, I don't really like this. And with it being a mortar instead of a sticky, it doesn't really help the consistency from it.
Score one for Iron Bear. Check out that butt.
Hope you like fire, but you can't afford it.
I can't afford what? Not only is it top notch, but it's free? Yeah. Actually, skill cooldown seems really fast. But I guess it's I don't have anything boosting it.
Where you at now? Multi-kill, yeah!
Going back to 2 in the Mayhem 10 era, is the Insider respectable still? Love that gun. The Insider. Splash Malawan shotgun with no charge. Splash damage, pierces. Explodes on impact. Yeah, it's really fucking good still. It is certainly a top tier weapon in this game. You gotta play around its special, like, its whole thing. but it's really good. So like you jump up, shoot down kind of behind their feet, so it hits them, pierces through, then hits the ground behind them and explodes, and hits them again. Again, not a weapon you're gonna really be getting crits with, but like a day of playtime farming Tolan's Am, yeah, it's still really good. Omen was your favourite BL2 and you never liked the Flammadiddle? Yeah, I mean, the Flammadiddle doesn't really do itself many favours. Firelock gun, but best on the character who is also, like, good for fire coverage, doesn't help it. And yeah, it doesn't have the oomph of the Omen. And if Files the Gun's called Omen, why wouldn't they just make it the Omen? Because they want to do new stuff instead of old stuff. But like, the guild definitely doesn't like sprout new ideas, does it? Was that a soft spot for the pea shooter? I'm not a huge fan of it. It's a lot better than the lead sprinkler, which it's similar to. That DLC did good for like purples, but better than legendaries. They had the Dakota in there as well. What character has the strongest URAD build potential? So really, a URAD loadout doesn't like provide anything new. It's just a unique way of playing a build that will already exist. So like, you'll have a build that'll exist, and then you can just basically sort of enhance it with URAD. So it's just gonna be the strongest builds again. I would suggest Flak will get the most mileage though. But modes can make it work, especially on like say a Lucky 7 loadout, because it's just really strong. and you just throw a new rad, and it's just easy. There's no downside to it. But the reason why I say Flak instead of Mose is because Mose's damage, a lot of it is already bonus elements. You've got Fire in the Skag Den. That's 400% bonus element. You've got Big Surplus. That's 400% bonus element. That's before class mod as well. So you've got 500% fire bonus element there. URAD's 150. It's not that much. It's not increasing your damage by much. You're getting an overall damage increase of like 20% with URAD on those. It's not that much. Whereas on Flak's got a lot less bonus elements at play, so going URAD will increase their overall damage by quite a bit more. It's just risky to do. But in short, if you've got a build, you could basically just apply to URAD to the exact same build. Like, no new build gets spawned with URAD, typically. Some builds are better for it than others, but... Down with Red Fang Dominance, fun combo. Never die. Kill shit slowly like, but never die. Although, Humming. I don't have a Dominance build. I have a Red Fang save file. So, you know how I was just talking about Ember's Purge, right? Gamma Red Fang Dominance with an Ember's Purge. Because then, you're also getting Puddle Overlap with your pet if you go with the Spider Ant. And anyone who's in the know regarding Puddle Overlap, that's a lot of damage potential. So yeah, go, do that to fix your damage. I already had a Kibsworth on this character, apparently. Right, oh, this will be Infusion, right? Oh, yeah, this is the Infusion spec. $258 cryo efficiency. This is the wrong spec for what I wanted to do. That's fine. This will still just like kill shit.
Two hits. I give you. This is all too. I'm unstoppable. Up through here.
I'm running out of sniper ammo. That doesn't help. Oh, now you get frozen. That's good.
Ready to unleash this power.
Aha, I made it through. I can't freeze you. That was boring.
Anyone else want to try?
Three phases.
Coursing through my veins. Scared yet?
Just missed it. Yeah, I think the 3-phase cost me there. I didn't look at the timer. Yeah, so with this loadout, this would have been better with a different skill spec. But you can definitely tell the Kibsworth has got half the cryo efficiency that the Hellfire has. But let's do that again, but on the build that this spec supports. Yeah, you can definitely tell the cryo efficiency is lower. I mean, this will fuck shit up.
I'm unstoppable. Moving on. Come on, I want the damn challenge. Watch me. You can't run from me. Two hits. Right. You hit the ground.
You in a minute!
Coursing through my veins. This is your end. Taking headlines.
I'm getting a lot less anointed to this run. This is the gear and action skill loadout that this spec is built for. So it's gelling a bit better. I've got two basic, like I've got two variants of this build that use different gear and methods of freezing enemies.
I'm ready for a fight. Well, that was a waste of time.
And that last one wasn't properly set up. Whoopsie daisy. Better room 3 spawns. Oh, hello. This boss is about to die.
Scared yet? I got a good feeling about this.
Yeah, considering it has the wrong skill spec on that other loadout, and I had so many more anointeds, and the bossing was always just going to be slower. I'd say that was pretty good for the other run to be that close to this one. Eternal Fist wins again, but only it didn't, because if. I think Gibbsworth is definitely one of the better guns for Unweave the Rainbow. It just doesn't... It's not Hellfire, you know? it's not Hellfire. Also thinking about it, I would have had the wrong anoint for this loadout. Oh, the plot thickens. Hey Stripes, how you doing? Okay, what is killing me though? What do you need help with, Stripes? Okay, something is just like exploding in my face. I have no idea what's going on. It's like I'm bullet. Okay, that one was those barrels, but like it's like I'm bullet reflecting against myself. Okay, the enemies are just being like hyper fucking trolls this run. Like, what is going on? They're all going on their own wacky adventures.
I'll get you.
Break your bones into splinters and shove them into your...
Also, a lot more anointed. Go away! Jesus Christ! There's more! It's just all anointed! Oops, it's all anointed!
You enjoying the show?
Freeze. Yeah, this cryo efficiency is quite shit.
Get good or die. Come on, I want a damn challenge. I know a badass when I see one.
Was anointed hell? Yeah. Launch anointings were worse because they were like, they spammed their abilities more and they were completely immune to cryo. Not just like freezing, but cryo as a whole. Face puncher. And that's the kid's worth. Yeah, very good gun. With, what, 50,000 card damage and pushing 8 fire rate? I mean... that's just pretty good card DPS in general. It's a lot less than, like, a lot of the meta guns, but it's also a lot more than a lot of guns, so it's very good. And considering it's, you know, splash as well, with good cryo efficiency and dot. Not the greatest mind, but it's still very high up there. Yeah, gun good. Well, with that, I'm gonna call it there. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Sorry, Stripes. Let's call the end of the last one there. Yeah, I am tired and I got shit to do. So tomorrow, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if it's gonna be Borderlands 3 or if it's gonna be Battlefield 6. At the moment, I've kind of I got those world records a bit quicker than I expected with EGR. So I don't really know what I'm going to do Borderlands-wise between now and launch for Borderlands 4. So ideas, let me know. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing like whatever endgamey shit comes to mind at the moment. I thought today, you know what, last minute decisions, let's just fuck around with the Kib's Worth for a day. Which we did, and it's fun. 34 days until sorry, playthrough. I mean, I've done so many, like, it would have to be a challenge run, but like, what challenge run do I do that isn't just something I've not done before? And it can't be anything too dramatic either, because, you know, Borderlands 4's right around the corner. Particularly want to play through the game again. Anyway, figure that one out. But I'm gonna call it there. We should run all Borderlands games back to back plus DLCs. Yeah, I don't really have time for that. We'll figure something out. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. But I'll be live tomorrow. Same time, same place. I'll catch you then. Have a good one. Bye-bye.